progressive musicians, and Sound Espressivo are hosting live auditions for our Laureate Gala at Carnegie Hall this summer. Auditions are open to soloists, composers, small and large ensembles. You can also audition for an opportunity to perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players Orchestra. Don't miss your opportunity to receive a professional video recording of your performance on this world-renowned stage.
Matthew, welcome to Carnegie Hall, and you'll be performing tonight at the Weill Recital Hall, which is right in Carnegie Hall. You excited?
I'm very excited. It's actually not my first time at Weill Hall, but this is my first time recently and since the pandemic, so I'm very excited to be back.
And what did you do when you were here before?
When I was here before, it was for a different competition called American Protégé. I performed some different solo piano pieces. I think I was around 10 the last time I played it. I think I actually performed a song by the Beatles.
You did?
One time, yeah.
Arranged for, obviously, for piano.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And what other pieces did you, was that the only piece you played at that time?
I played a bunch of different pieces. I played another piece by Haydn. I'm playing the Haydn Concerto in D major, the first movement today, but I believe that performance, I played another Haydn sonata in E major, but I can't clearly remember what exactly I played.
No, I understand that your interest goes, in addition to your study of the piano, you're interested in jazz and also songwriting. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
And where does that come from? What sort of inspiration do you have writing songs?
The songwriting? Yeah, so I've always been the creative type, and I guess bit introspective in a way, so I think I love writing in general as well, so I guess finding the connection between emotions, words, and pairing that with music, it really creates a fun experience for me.
And do you come up with the words yourself, or are they your own lyrics, or do
Usually, yes.
So have you tried setting other poems or before?
I actually have a Shel Silverstein poem when I was about 8. It was interesting.
And that was for piano and voice?
Yes, it was.
And are you a singer as well? Do you sing and play?
I've tried as of late, yeah. And for most of the songs, I try to use my voice. It's a great way to accompany myself in a way. Like knowing voice and piano, it's a great way to get your pieces in shape and knowing exactly what's coming from your writing process.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand your tempi.
Yeah, of course. So I'll just give you a general metronome mark range as well. So I think a safe zone, I guess, is from anywhere between 132 and 138.
Yeah, I beat it in 2.
Okay.
Pa, pa, da, ba, pa, 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 pa.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on going.
Oh, keep on. Should I just play till the end?
What?
Should I play the entire piece, or should I just play?
If you want to.
Okay, yeah, I guess it'll help. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to start over and play the whole piece.
Yeah. Love me, la la la. Good. Keep on going.
Yeah, I'm going to start where it stops.
Yeah.
And in terms of popular song, what are you attracted to? Are you attracted to what they call the Great American Songbook, Irving Berlin and that school, and Gershwin, or what?
I'd say all kinds of music, but since you mentioned Gershwin, when I first started trying out jazz, I loved composing. I loved arranging classical pieces, popular classical pieces, into jazz versions in a sort of Gershwin style, as he sort of incorporated jazz influences into classical music. And I think that's sort of where I started when I listened to the first piece. I think it was Rhapsody in Blue. It was sort of a perfect fusion between the two genres.
So you like taking a classical piece, let's say a melody, and jazzing it up.
Yes. That's actually exactly what I did for the cadenza, which I'll play after the concerto today. And that's, for the Haydn Concerto, D major, that's definitely what I pride myself the most on for that piece, and I'm excited to perform that.
So you wrote the cadenza.
I wrote the cadenza, of course, based on the core themes and the melodies, and
right.
I added a bit of jazz stuff.
And will you be improvising, or is that, did you write it out so that you'll actually be performing something you wrote?
I did write it out. Well, I never physically wrote it out, but I just played it over and over again until I had it in my mind. But the only part I have written out is the ending, so of course we can get the connection with the orchestra. Good.
So will you be winging it a little bit tonight during the cadenza, or are you going to be, or do you, as you say, you've played it so often, you've got it pretty well down?
I'd say it changes a bit every time, but not in terms of the notes,
Right.
but more in terms of expression and how I play it. So it can be tempo, where I take pauses, where I speed up, where I slow down, where I bring up the energy or bring it down. I think that's what's always changing about it, but the notes always stay the same.
Right.
I understand it. You don't have to write it. I understand it.
Okay.
The part before the kind of trill that you do, it gets more excited, and then it comes with that trill. I think it shouldn't be any problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it should.
Or otherwise just bring the end of it. But I think I understand it.
Okay. Yeah.
Have you taken any other classical pieces and tried to jazz them up?
Not as of late. The cadenza is the most recent example, but I made a bunch of silly sonatas out of different Mozart sonatinas, and yeah, that was when I was much younger, and yeah, that was some of the most fun I had with that kind of fusion.
Yeah, and did you write those pieces out, or you just sort of
Those I did have written out.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah. How old were you when you did that?
Probably around 8 or 9.
Yeah. So, are you writing any original compositions besides the songs that you mentioned?
Yes, all the time. So, the most recent project I worked on, I composed, for songwriting, I wrote a song called Twisted Perception of Love. And then I made an orchestral arrangement of it, or at least not orchestra, a string quartet arrangement of it. And that was my most recent project.
Exciting. Are you familiar with Michael Feinstein's work?
I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he's a pianist and a singer who plays here at Zenkel 3 or 4 times a year. If you get a chance to go to a Michael Feinstein concert, I highly recommend it, because he's probably an authority on the American songbook, knew all the lyricists, knew everybody connected with American song, and is a wonderful pianist and singer and entertainer. So I highly recommend. I think you'll enjoy hearing Michael. As I say, he lives here and he plays at here in this hall a lot.
Yeah.
Zenkel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so you're now, what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
And what are your future plans? Do you think you'll stick with music or as a career, or are you too early to tell?
I'd certainly hope so. Yeah, definitely. I want to try to be in the music world somewhere, whether it's writing songs for people or helping in film scoring or performance. Yeah, anywhere in the music world, something that I have fun with.
Yeah.
That would be interesting for me.
Well, it strikes me that your interests in music are so varied, what with the ability to play a Haydn concerto and write a cadenza for it, and your interest in song and writing. I think there's a place for you. You'll find a place. And I just urge you to keep going at it and try to track down Michael if you can, see if you can find out more about Art Tatum, because, again, Oscar Peterson loved him, so there's an affinity. You already have that affinity.
Yeah.
I will tell you that Art was blind, so that might impress you. I can never get over it when I hear him play and see him play. So continued good luck. I can't wait. I'm especially looking forward to that cadenza. I mean, I know the piece, and it's a wonderful piece, but the cadenza I will be really listening intently for, because I can't wait.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
progressive musicians and Sound Espressivo are hosting live auditions for our Laureate Gala at Carnegie Hall this summer. Auditions are open to soloists, composers, small and large ensembles. You can also audition for an opportunity to perform a concerto with the New York Chamber Players Orchestra. Don't miss your opportunity to receive a professional video recording of your performance on this world-renowned stage.